Hi guys, so I know that I've already made content about New Horizons lacking in content, being boring, the argument of whether it's boring or as good as past games, etc. But I want to talk about villagers. I didn't really cover villagers in that video, and I think that today that needs to be done. But I didn't really talk about villagers too much in that video, so today I'm going to talk about villagers because what the hell is going on? The dialogue is just not there with villagers. It's not hitting like previous games, and I want to know why. I feel like villagers should be one of the main focuses of New Horizons, but they're not. In New Leaf, I had major connections to my villagers, like through the roof connections. I would be excited to wake up and go and see them, and don't get me wrong, I'm like that now, but it's not as exciting because in New Leaf I was like, I wonder what we're going to talk about today, and they'll tell me personal stories. And even if I had a villager I hate, they would tell me a long-winded story, and I miss being able to hate my villagers for talking too long. Now, like, every personality type share the same 3 lines and just repeat them. There's no personalisation with the villagers, and they all just kind of pick up on what each other says and repeat. It's like, the other day I spoke to Chrissy, and she was like, last night I called my dad to ask how to make pizza or something, and then I go and ask Stitches, and Stitches like, last night I called my dad because I was reminded of him from pizza. It's something along those lines. The amount of times I've heard it, you think I would have remembered by now, but I don't. There's not enough dialogue there, there's not enough personality there. They don't really feel like there's personality types anymore apart from jock villagers and maybe lazy. Because jock villagers are of course always like, yeah, work on those muscles. Like, don't get me wrong, every personality has a phrase that they go by. It's like, but the issue is they're all the same and there's no personalisation to the villagers. It's a bit of a wreck in the villager section. They did really well with terraforming and island design and all of that, but they have neglected villagers so badly. It's kind of like the Sims team with the babies, and I feel like it's going to be this way for a very long time. I did find there was a slight improvement in my villagers after the latest update. We're going to have to see how it goes, but it didn't take long for them to start repeating themselves again. I had a conversation with Lolly, which I've never had with another villager, which made me quite happy. It actually brought back memories of New Leaf, and I'm like, that is what I want. She came over and she was like, oh, if you're having a hard time, I'm always here for you, and went on a little cute emotional rant, and I haven't had that in New Horizons yet, so that has made me attached to Lolly. Nobody repeated it after her. Like, maybe it's changing. Don't want to get my hopes up, but it's like, why do personalities only have 2 or 3 lines? It's like Lazy Villager, where it's like, thanks, I'll tell this recipe to the bugs in my floor. Or it's like, I like your clothes, I would have got crumbs on them by now. And it's like, yeah, congratulations, you and 10 other villagers tell me that every single day. Of course, not 10 other villagers, because you're only allowed a limit of 10. What's that all about? We should be getting 12, 13, 15. 10 is not enough, we want more. What's the point of personalities if they're going to repeat the same 2 lines and they're all exactly the same as each other anyway? There's no point liking a villager on personality anymore because all of them act exactly the same as each other because they just constantly repeat each other. Don't get me wrong, I have villagers I'm connected to and I love, but I'm trying to have one of each personality type so it doesn't get repetitive and boring, or because that's what's happening with talking to my villagers. I dread talking to them because I'm like, what are you going to repeat to me? Like, I've already heard what you're going to say at least 20 times in the past week. Not even since the game started. I've probably heard one of the phrases at least like 60 times because they just repeat themselves so much. It drives me absolutely insane. In conclusion, Nintendo are neglecting villagers. It's time to call the RSPCA because what? bit confused, bit lost. What's going on there, you know? So I would like to see an improvement in villagers. That's the main thing I want to be improved in New Horizons. I'm gonna sneeze. Bless me. I hope you said bless you through the what? English. That was a rant about villagers. I also want to add, if you've been subscribed to me before this video, if you're not, please subscribe. I'm like praying to get to 900 right now. But my uploads have been a little bit slow. My computer has decided that it hates me and wants to explode and corrupt every bit of footage that I have prepared to film. So yeah, sorry about the slow uploads and my computer being a pain. I'm trying to get it fixed so I can get back to filming my content as normal. We pray that it works. Was that offensive? I hope not. But yeah, that was just, I know this video is a little bit short, but I just needed to rant about the mess that these villagers are in. So thanks for watching. Leave your comments below about how you feel about these villagers, and like, subscribe, all of that rubbish. Bye.